Over the past couple of years, I've had a particular conversation with my clients. Seems to be over and over again, where they ask the question, hey, listen, I have a bunch of cash, I have my emergency reserves. Shouldn't I be investing it now? So I want to share with you the pluses and the minuses of moving your emergency reserves or cash into some other bucket. But before we get there, subscribe to my channel. I have over 30 years in this industry, and I want to share with you these conversations that I have with my clients so you're better informed as to whether or not you should be doing or going in a certain way in pursuit of your retirement goals. I talk about this a lot on my channel. I think our industry has done a lousy job of educating you in terms of what you should be doing with regards to retirement. So much of the messaging is about performance and what did I get on my returns? Because when the returns are good, those are kind of sexy messages, right? I was up 10, 15, 22% on my portfolio. It doesn't really make the headlines when you're earning 0.00 on your cash, or your short-term CD is giving you maybe 1%. We really have to do the balancing act and understand the purpose of each one of the line items that we have. Now, I have conversations with all ages of people, and what I find is, and it's interesting, that some of the younger folks think of emergency reserves as being the available line on their credit card or on their house, or they think about their 401k as a reserve that they can draw against. Believe it or not, almost a third of people do take loans out against their 401k. That's supposed to be their retirement bucket, but they use it for daily items as well. So we really have to get clear on what we're doing and what the expectation and the purpose is for why we're doing it. Now, trust me, I understand the reason for the questions now. Inflation is high. The markets have been great over the past 10 years or so. The Dow's been up somewhere in the vicinity of about 16% per year. And during that time, interest rates have been coming down, and the return that we're getting on our safe money, our emergency reserves that we may have in a savings account or potentially a CD or a checking account, is getting us next to nothing. So we look at it and we say, shouldn't we be putting this money to work? So let's think about this for a moment. Let's say you have a boat, right? Oh, it's always this vision of going out into the sunshine, calm waters, going out with some friends, having a grand time, bringing some food, some drinks, jumping in the water, just having a glorious time, because that's our vision of what this trip should be, whether it's for a couple of hours or we're going out for a couple of days, whatever it is. We think that this journey is just going to be fantastic. But what's the number one thing the captain of that ship needs to be preparing for before they start to take that journey? And it really is in preparation for what if something doesn't go exactly right. We have to have the right amount of life jackets. We need to have some flares, potentially a toolkit if something doesn't go right. Because particularly with a boat, it seems that something's always going wrong, right? Boat sometimes stands for bring out another 1,000, right? Something always seems to be breaking down. Shouldn't we be thinking about our journey into retirement similarly? As we sit back and think about and envision what this journey into retirement should be, sunshine and smooth sailing and calm waters and markets making lots of money, lots of cash flow, lots of time with our kids and grandkids, traveling, etc. But there's also the what if. What if things don't go exactly as planned? And the one guarantee I can give you as a financial planner is that things will change. They always do. They never go exactly according to Hoyle. And therein lies the reason and the purpose for having an emergency reserve. So let's talk for a moment about and how to define emergency reserve. But before I get there, what I want to share with you in my new book, Don't Outlive Your Money in Retirement, we put together a quick 2-minute quiz. It's up here in the banner, okay? Invest 2 minutes in yourself. I'll get back to you immediately how you score, which of the 3 retirement preparedness stages you are in. I will get you a free chapter of the book along with some worksheets that will help to provide some clarity as to whether or not you're on track for the retirement you desire. So let's get back to defining what emergency reserves are. Now, the books tell us 3 to 6 months of cash flow somewhere. But when we think about retirement, and the question that I pose to my clients is, how much do you need under the mattress, in the bank, doing nothing for the purpose of that what if, that will provide you with the sleep at night that you're going to need? Now, for some, that may be $20,000. For others, it may be $50,000. For others, it may be $100,000 or more, depending upon how you think about this. And herein lies the benefits of actually doing the planning, because it's a balancing act here. If you have more money in your emergency reserves earning nothing, should you be taking some of that and putting it into your portfolio, but maybe have less sleep at night money? Well, I've got some clients who have accumulated over the past couple of years a significant amount of money. Maybe they have $150,000 or $200,000 in cash, and we talk about what level their emergency reserve should be, and then taking whatever the excess is and maybe putting it into a portfolio. But to go back to the original question, which is, shouldn't I be investing my emergency reserves or my safety net, my cash? Given that the interest rates are low and inflation is high, it becomes more difficult to keep you on track. But you need to remember, sometimes the seas get very choppy. Sometimes it's not as calm as we would like it to be, which is similar to the journey into retirement. So the number one most important thing for you to do here in terms of answering this question is to find how much you need for sleep at night money, your emergency reserves, and then if there's anything above and beyond that, feel free to do what you need to do with that. Sometimes that might be investing it.